Hello, welcome back to the channel. So, today we are going to be discussing how to get rid of fear, bad thoughts, and how to transmute them into something positive. I know I talk a lot about this on my channel, but today we're going to go a little bit more into detail. And we're going to be reading from my book, How to Manifest with Magic and Dark Cosmic Energy. And I'm going to be reading something from my book that touches on what we're discussing. So, how to alleviate fears, bad thoughts, and create something positive from whatever it is that you fear or you feel is a bad thought or a negative thought. This is definitely something that takes practice, and you will definitely need to practice this on a regular basis. That way, you're able to do so. All right, so I'm reading from my book, How to Manifest with Magic and Dark Cosmic Energy. And I'm reading from the part that says Practical Alchemy, Removing Fear and Negativity. Okay, so if y'all are unfamiliar with my language, when I say darkness, I mean when your eyes are closed, when you're in a place where you can create from, when everything is silent and you have nothing but a blank slate to create with. Okay, so that is what I'm using the term darkness to mean. Okay, in the darkness, you create what you want. Anywhere you go, you should be able to create. Otherwise, you shouldn't be trying to get there. If you find yourself somewhere like in a dream, an astral travel, or you got there by accident and you're scared and can't create, that fear is going to impede your creation and your confidence within yourself. You've got to get rid of the fear. Look at everything around you that's scary and try to create a positive out of it. Also, asking yourself questions like, why am I afraid of this? What is the worst that could happen? And why do I think about this? So instead, replace those thoughts with something that you actually want to see created in your life. Replace those with, something maybe just for you or for another person that you love. If you're in a scary place, close your eyes and imagine how you can make this an enjoyable experience. For example, if you create hell in your mind and say to yourself, how can I make this an enjoyable experience? Start creating stuff in your imagination. Allow something funny to happen or something that you enjoy. If you're going to be there for eternity, you might as well be entertained. So that's just an example. But this could be for any situation. If you feel like you're not going to do your best at something, imagine yourself doing better than you thought you would and, getting something out of it. And if you feel like you're going to fail, imagine yourself failing, but getting a better opportunity from not getting exactly what you wanted, in the first place, but getting a better opportunity. Imagine the better opportunity coming after whatever you fear failing at. And then also imagine not failing. So either way, you're good. Okay. When you start imagining more positive and peaceful things, then you'll realize that what you can get, because you're going to create it. If you find yourself in a dark and scary world, in your astral travel or in your mind or in your dreams, or if you feel like you've just got some dark anxiety or deities or evil energies or thoughts that are just going through your mind, use them to your advantage. This is alchemy. Take the lead and turn it into gold. The best way to cut negative energy is to replace it with something positive. If you cut something out of your life, like a bad habit, you don't replace it with something else. If you don't replace it with something else, then you're going to feel a void, an emptiness. So you have to replace the bad with the good. It's going to feel like something is missing if you don't. Okay, so you need to replace, not try not to do something, not try to forget, not try to put it out of your mind, but replace it with something better. Okay, so that's what a lot of people forget to do, is to replace whatever it is that you feel like there's a void of. Okay. As an alchemist, you can manipulate the universal laws. You can't change the laws, they're there, but you can manipulate how they can be used. Okay. The law of correspondence. So before you make a decision, make sure you like the outcome. Visualize the outcome of any decision that you're getting ready to make. See things in 5 years in advance. So think about a decision that you're going to make and see how it's going to affect your life 5 years from now. Whatever you do today will affect your tomorrow or the future. So you can't change the past. This is why the law of correspondence is very important. So visualize whatever decision you're getting ready to make 5 years from now. This will help you see how bad it is or how good it is. Okay. What you do today manifests tomorrow. So make sure you're looking at everything from a 5-year window. Most people just act out of emotion and then they wind up in a stupid place that they don't want to be. And it causes them to be mad at the world because of the decisions that they made out of emotion. You have to think, you can't rush into decision making when you're emotional. Okay. That's why young people have, young people are going to react on their emotion. They're going to do stupid things. They're going to mess up. They're going to make mistakes because they're acting out of emotion. Old people wait, figure things out, what they want to do. Be like an old person when it comes to decision making in your life, especially if you don't want to mess it up. Go into old lady mode or old man mode and make your decisions if you are emotional, you know. And then I have the next chapter. I know a lot of you people out here always ask me about depression, and transmuting depression is also a chapter in here or a part of the book. So if y'all are experiencing anything of that sort, that is definitely going to help you. I also have a little controversial part in here that a lot of people don't agree with, but it is my opinion, and it is very helpful to those who don't want to be bound. Know your power and don't accept karma. Now, karma being used as, a fear mechanism. A lot of people use the word karma to induce fear. So I'm speaking about karma in that aspect in this book, and I do explain it. So if whatever you don't accept, you will not create. So I often use the analogy as like credit card debt. Because a lot of people ask me about past life karma, and I'm like, when you're reincarnated, if you believe in reincarnation, does your credit card debt follow you into your next life for you to pay? And if it does, don't you have a whole different name and identity anyway? And so you really don't have to pay it unless you just choose to. A lot of people choose that karma. A lot of people choose to pay back what they feel like they owe. But if you have the mentality that, the world is abundant, you don't owe it anything, and there's plenty of ways to create whatever it is that you desire and want, then the whole idea and concept of that fear of, things returning to you, kind of goes away unless you want good things to return. So, if you want to use it in a way to only bring back the good things, that's wonderful, but no negative things, filter it out. And it's all in your mind because we create our lives. And so a lot of people like to insert a lot of fears and a lot of bad thoughts and a lot of things to keep you from getting to your best life, from leveling up to your best life, another book. But if you stay in the mindset that you are the one that's creating that, you're not going to allow any fear or overthinking or emotions to cloud what it is that you're trying to create. Just keep on going no matter what, because the main thing that people want you to do is to stop, give up, not reach your potential, and to feel like, something is wrong. Nothing is wrong unless you make it wrong. Okay. And a lot of times people ask me how I feel so confident. How did I come up with all of this? I read a lot and I also studied a lot. I also came up with a lot of my own opinions about things. I also don't care what other people think. That's number one. And I also like to make sure that how I explain things is very easily understood. And, I also like to share, the things that help me, the books that I read, the ideas and the examples that I kind of use to navigate and create what I like. So that's why I always like try to introduce you guys to my books or different products and things like that. And I also let y'all know when I'm taking my elixirs. Like right now, I'm on my elixirs. That's why I'm in my my. I would say I would definitely let me take this real quick. I would definitely say I'm in my thinking education mode right now because that's what the elixirs kind of do. They get obstacles out of your way so you can continue learning, continue growing, continue leveling up to your best life, continue being your best and opening up parts of yourself that may have laid dormant, that you know you may have been suppressing due to fear, due to what people think of you, due to all these things. The elixir, especially phase one, is going to help do that and get it out of your way so that you're able to create and navigate and move way better, think faster, think better. And that's the link if you want to peruse my Etsy store for the elixirs. Um, mhm. I definitely feel like this was one of the best books that I've ever written, even though it's very simple and plain and easy to understand. I think it allows you a glimpse into how a lot of things are but aren't discussed, and how you can change your life through manifesting. And if you guys like spells as a way of manifesting, there are some simple spells in here. If you like science, there's definitely some graphs and charts that also explain everything. So you're going to get most of the explanations in science, magic, as well as, the esoteric and spiritual, also manifesting. Uh, and I wrote this book literally based on some of the things that I say in my videos. And I put it all in one great book. And then there's question and answers in the back for those like commonly, frequently asked questions. So I'll read one of the questions about fear. How can I avoid fear and doubt using the wrong wording when I manifest? Write down all the words that you want to use in your manifesting, and automatically cross out all negative sounding words. Then find a replacement that sounds more positive. Use, instead of past tense or future, use present tense. And this is the best way to word any type of manifestation. Use present tense instead of past or future, and use more positive wording. And use wording that sounds like you already have whatever it is you're manifesting. So don't say want, say have. I have instead of I want. Or if you're more of a gratitude person, say thank you, or I am thankful for, da 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 da. But never say I want, I wish, I need. Those are very negative when it comes to manifesting. And that's where the fear comes in, because those words are laced with anxiety. I want, that means you don't have. I need, that means you really don't have. I wish, that means it's almost impossible for this to happen. So there's a lot of anxiety attached with those type of words that you don't want in your manifesting. You want I have, I am thankful for. And, maybe there's some other examples that you guys can list in the comments. But definitely use positive words in the present tense as if you already have it. And that should alleviate most of your fear and doubts when when choosing words to manifest. Okay. Okay, so here's another question. I tried using the dark energy method and it did not work. What did I do wrong? First of all, the dark energy method or the darkness method is when you close your eyes, turn out all the lights, go into a zone where everything is dark, and visualize whatever it is you want in that darkness coming to life or whatever it is. Like visualizing if you're trying to get a car, visualize the car, you driving it, da 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 da. What if it doesn't work? Okay. If it's not working, first of all, there are no time limits on this. You have to know that it is going to work. That's number one. You have to know you are creator. Uh, Creators don't say, what if this creation is not created? They just create. And in due time, their creation will definitely manifest its effect on the world. So you just need to be the creator and create it in your mind, visualize it, manifest things to, and opportunities to present themselves that will lead you to whatever it is that you've also manifested while you're manifesting. Manifest a trail on how you get there, not just the thing. Because if you just have a finish point, you don't know where to start. So manifest a trail of all the things that you need to do and all the opportunities that need to present themselves all the way back to you at this present moment. That's going to help you. Okay. Divine Goddess Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate that. Ended 6-year relationship today, Shira. The disrespect was too much. Plus, you're on phase 5 of my elixirs. Thank you. Leveling up all the way. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Well, I appreciate that. And I'm glad that you've come to a realization that that relationship was no longer serving you. So, I'm sure you're going to find bigger and better things and, a better way to live. So sprinkle, sprinkle, congrats. And thanks for getting my elixirs. I know they help with a lot of life-changing things. I know they do. Because I've changed my life a lot on those elixirs in the past, hopefully in the present. We're doing some things. Okay, my elixirs are definitely, they're made by an alchemist. They're made in a lab. They have minerals that we used to get long ago, but no longer get today since our water comes from pipes and are chemically treated. Long ago, our ancestors used to get water from the rivers, the lakes, and where there was like gold, platinum, and silver in the mines, and just different earth elements that were in the water. These are concentrated, different alchemical elixirs that have been created to do different things. And they are explained on the Etsy store, but they're explained in full detail when you get your package. They come with a long scroll of what you can use it for, exactly how to use it, the dosage amounts and everything. They are oral elixirs. You can also use them as an aura elixir, but definitely I take them orally. So phase 1 moves all the obstacles out of your way, gets you focused. You're going to dream like crazy. It's going to help you become more of you and also help you think faster, make better decisions, and get out of your own way. Phase 2, like I always say, you need a project because this is going to give you so much. This also gives you energy, but this is going to give you energy to create. So you need to be working on something that you want to create, a book, working out at the gym, walking, shop. You got a long day of shopping. It also increases your libido. So men, if you need a libido boost, get this. Also for women, if you're just not in the mood, get this. You will be every day. Make sure you use protection when you do whatever y'all do, because this, I'm not responsible. If y'all get this, if y'all go crazy by trying to do something with somebody or yourself. No, this is just very potent, and it will make you want to do stuff. So you got to get that energy out. You got to go do something. Okay, I'm almost done with phase 1. So when I start this, y'all gonna see it. I don't know. We're gonna see. I might be walking everywhere, jogging and walking and sprinting. No, I'm just kidding. Y'all will never see me run. If y'all see me run, y'all run too. I might be mall walking though. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. I might mall walk. Okay, I might, but I will not be running. Okay. This also goes into like tools and things like that. If you are a practitioner and you have an altar and you want to do spell works, we have tools in here. So this is a very well-rounded book for anyone who wants to get more into everything, the esoteric, magic, spells, science. This is just a really good book to see everything pushed into one place like it used to be, which was called alchemy. Okay. So y'all get this. It is on Amazon. It is linked at the top in the blue highlighted section of the live feed. And also it's linked in the description bar. Or you can just go and type it in, how to manifest with dark magic and dark cosmic energy. Or you can just type in a sheer star goddess, sheer goddess, whatever. And on Amazon. All right. Sumptuous goddess, sprinkle, sprinkle. How can I get an elixir in South Africa? Unfortunately, this is a liquid and they really don't like shipping liquids overseas. So if you know someone in the US that can ship it to you, like that ships stuff often to you, definitely try to get them to order it and send it to you because it's too much of a hassle in customs and things like that. I've learned in the past that it's not really worth it because a lot of stuff keeps getting sent back. You definitely need to find someone who you trust that can order it for you and send it to you because it's too much in customs, too much issues, and it would cost you more to have it shipped than the actual product. So find you a connection, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let's see. You said which phase is the libido boost? Phase 2, it's the one in the blue. It's called Master Elixir, and it's phase 2. Okay. And the dosage is on there if you read down there. Just use 3 to 20 drops. I use 20. If you're skinny, don't use 20, okay? Go or you can do 5 here, 5 here throughout the day. Like take it in like small doses throughout the day. I take 10 in the morning, 10 in the afternoon. If you're skinny, don't do 20, okay? It could be everywhere, like a little rabbit. All right. Oh, and I'm gonna give y'all a coupon code if y'all are gonna order it. Okay, if you order more than 2, like if you order phase 1 and phase 2 at the same time, if you use this code, you get free shipping. Okay, because you're getting 2. And so there you go, some free shipping. If you just want to save, if you just want to buy one and you just want a coupon code because you want to feel special too, this one saves you $5. Pay 5, right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. So I'm giving y'all, and then let me see, let me link the link one more time. Okay, so those are some coupon codes for my elixirs. If you get more than one, saves with an S, 2, the number 2, free shipping. Save 5, save $5. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now I'm going to tell y'all about the dose. I mean, the full 1 ounce is recommended. I have split them up into half ounces for those who want to try it and then order another half ounce if they like it. Or for those who just are on a budget and don't want to spend the amount on a full bottle and want to split it up, because I know people get paid differently. So I did that for y'all and make sure that everybody can afford it. All right. I know it deters a lot of people when they see an elixir or something that's like good for them. and the price is so high, they don't feel like they can continue it. So that's why I did the half ounces so that it is affordable. Okay. Can I do more fall vlogs? I have some coming up. Yes, I do. And I definitely, um, I'm trying to edit a lot of stuff right now. I'm trying to debate whether to get an upgrade on my software and computer system and all this kind of stuff in order to do better vlogs for you guys. But I'm looking at a lot of the, you know, the numbers on how many people click on my blogs, and it's not as high as my live videos. So I don't know if, I mean, maybe it will help. So I'm definitely considering upgrading so that I can do better vlogs for you guys. So let me know if y'all would watch more vlogs if I had, a little better software situation happening. uh, you've already taken phase 1 and 2 twice. How do you like it? Didn't it make everything, it says it, high levels of clarity, exactly. Like you know exactly what's going on, what to do. There's no like obstacles literally clear themselves because you see the solutions. Like a lot of people are too focused on issues and they don't see solutions. I think phase 1 and 2 helps with that a lot. You said phase 2 made you super creative and write a lot, Sierra. Yes, I mean I wrote a lot of my books on these elixirs, so I can vouch for that. If you ever wanted to be an author or write a book and you just need that extra push, get those elixirs and start your writing. Um, I'm thinking about writing another book, but I'm trying to figure out what it is I want to write about, and so I'm taking this time to kind of think about it and use the elixirs to help with that creativity. Mhm. You just finished phase 4? Yes. I see you're really into it. Yes. How are you feeling? What was the process to not caring what others think about you? Like I feel like a lot of people make what other people think so important in their lives that they forget to live for themselves. They start living for other people's approval. And sometimes you, I'm going to explain this because a lot of people don't realize what exactly they're doing. When you wake up for approval from other people every day, at one part of that day, you're going to look at yourself and you're like, this is not who I am or what I want to be or what I want to be doing. And maybe that one thought continues and continues until you no longer like what it is you're doing and all those things. Like you no longer like the person that you are for other people. And so you're not happy. And so it's going to start to sink in and it's going to start to fester. So when you care too much about what other people think, you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself by caring what other people think because first of all, if they're not contributing to you in any type of way that is positive or beneficial, why do you care? You have to ask yourself these questions. Why do I care about what someone else thinks that is not even 1% beneficial in my life? Why do I need their approval? Why do I need it? Ask yourself. And do they know that I need it? And do they know that I wake up every day trying to impress them? And how do they feel about me knowing that every day I wake up just to impress them? How does that make them feel versus how does it make me feel? How does it make you feel? Does it make them feel more powerful than you? Does it make them feel like you're doing the most for them and they're doing the very least for you? So you have to think about it. If the answer makes you feel silly, then change some things and impress yourself when you wake up. That's number one. Stop trying to care what other people think and care about what you think. You're the only one that's going to think back about all the decisions you made, all the things that you've done, and either be proud of yourself or feel silly. So they're not going to look back on your life. They're going to be too busy looking back on their lives and thinking about the decisions that they made. So if you care so much about what other people think, do you really feel like you're going to know these people in 5 years from now or in 10 years from now, that you're making life decisions based on their approval? So I feel like if not, then do what makes you happy. Do what makes you feel your best and most confident. And if you like it and don't care if other people like it, they will like it. And if they don't, it's not even your problem. Literally, it's not your problem. It's their problem. They're the ones that don't like it. You love it. You know what I'm saying? How do you stop feeling incompetent? Feel something else instead. Find the little things that you've accomplished and celebrate those. You know, um, stop comparing yourself to other people that are doing a lot more than you're doing. Make your own goals and stop competing against other people. Um, Stop comparing yourself to other people, stop competing against other people, and do what it is that you like to do and feel good doing and are good at doing. That's how you stop feeling incompetent. A lot of times people are trying to do something that other people have told them they should do. A lot of people are doing stuff that they don't even like or even have a talent or skill for, and then they wonder why they feel incompetent. Do what you like. Do what makes you feel good. Do what you're skilled at. Do all those things and you won't feel incompetent. That would be like me saying, "Oh, I feel incompetent because I can't do 100 pull-ups." Okay. I don't feel incompetent because I can't do 100 pull-ups. I feel like whoever likes doing pull-ups, more power to you. You know what I'm saying? But I don't care because I feel more competent doing what I like to do. So don't compare yourself to other people. Do what makes you shine. And that's how you stop being fearful of a lot of things too. Focus on the things you're good at. Focus on the things you like doing. Become good at those. Make sure that you put those as a priority so that your skills increase, your confidence increase, your fears go away. And a lot of times people's fears are what other people think of them. And if you stop caring about what other people think, a lot of that fear will go away on its own. You don't have to do anything. How you stop feeling drained by work so you can manifest more? Make time to manifest more. So, for example, multitask. Like a lot of times when we're driving to work, I know some people work from home or in the shower or bathing or, picking out your clothes for the day. Find some time to manifest or use, you know, color magic in your clothes. Use, music as a way to get your frequency up while you're driving in the car to manifest. Use all the time that you have in between work to manifest, lunch break, driving, picking out clothes, bathing. Maybe if you do your makeup in the morning, that's a good time. Listen to some type of, manifestation video or writing your manifestation journal um, when you're waiting and not doing anything instead of maybe playing games on your phone or going through Instagram or whatever. Use the notes section in your phone or get out a little journal and manifest while you're waiting on things, multitask. Someone says manifest a job that doesn't drain you. Exactly. How do you accept or not regret the past versions of yourself? How do you start over? The same way you don't regret and accept the version of you who wasn't potty trained for having an accident when you were 10 months old. It's the same thing. You were not who you are now. You didn't know what you know then. that you know now. So that's how, just like that. Y'all are making it too complex. Back then you didn't know, now you know. Back then you didn't know how to use the bathroom by yourself, now you know. Do you forgive yourself for making a mess and having your mom or dad have to change your diaper? Do you feel embarrassed about going poo poo on yourself? Do you feel embarrassed about peeing in a diaper and not going to the potty on time? Are you embarrassed of peeing on yourself in kindergarten? No, we're not, because we grew and we learned and we got better, and that's something that we had to go through. That's how you look at it. If you look at it with guilt and shame, that's what you're going to feel. That's what you're going to manifest. I don't care. I was a little kid. I had to pee. Okay. That's how you feel. I don't care. I was dumb back then. I made a bad decision. Moving on. So if you're stuck in a place where you feel like you made a bad decision, then think about pooping and peeing on yourself. That was a bad decision too, but you did it and you got over it. You're alive today and you could use the bathroom. You got some toilet paper, some air freshener, and you're good to go. Okay. Okay. That's how. So when things get too complex, start thinking more simple. Make yourself laugh. Take it to the smallest, most simple way of thinking, because that's going to give you a better perspective. Okay. Drop levels of importance. Hmm. Yeah, like do it, just do what needs to be done, but don't feel like any pressure or anxiety behind it. If it gets done, it gets done. Make sure it gets done, you know, at least a little bit before it's due. Give yourself plenty of time to do something. If something is due in a month, maybe give yourself a month and a half to do it. Start writing down stuff early if you have priorities. Like if you're a bad holiday shopper, start buying your stuff now. And by, you might forget everything and then open your box or drawer that you stored all your gifts in for future holidays, and there you have it. That's what I do. Like I don't like being pressured. I buy a bunch of stuff and I have extras, and then there's something special that I have to buy, then I'll do that. But I always have stuff. I always have stuff that I don't really, have to go out and rush to do something else. Hmm. Watch Shear's other channel. She talks about to get what you want from a man. Yeah. Um, Definitely. And when a lot of times we'll have like these little things that may bother you or may not bother you, um, or just little things that may bother you, forget them. If they were that important, you'd be looking at them or studying them or, putting them in a place where they're of importance. Oh, Dennis, sprinkle, sprinkle. How do we tap in to find our purpose? Make a purpose. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You make a purpose because you're a creator. You don't find one, you make one. Creators don't look, they create. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Find a purpose by making a purpose. I know that's hard to really sit with, but if you're a creator, you make your purpose. You don't go find something, you go make something that your purpose. Whatever it is that you want to make your purpose, make that your purpose. And you can have many purposes. You don't have to just choose one. Do you know something that only has one purpose? Name something that has one purpose. You can't do it. Because you can use many things for many things. Yeah, and so like if you have some things that literally, you know, may get on your nerves, people that may get on your nerves, or stop hanging around them. Ignore them and act like they don't exist. And, you know, usually they go away when you don't give them the time of day. But don't even bother with it because sometimes it's just there to distract you from creating your own purpose, living your best life, leveling up to your best life, and making yourself happy and creating the life that you want. Those are simply distractions that are put there to remind you that you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay. Otherwise, they wouldn't bother. They wouldn't waste time. You know what I'm saying? When people choose to make you a priority and give you all this attention, it's because you're doing something correct. Okay. People don't go out, trying to affect people that aren't doing anything. Have you ever seen somebody trying to distract a dusty from being dusty or trying to distract a loser from losing? No, they're not after those type of people. They're not bothered with those type of people. They could care less about those type of people. Those people are beneath them. So, you know, a lot of people will focus on you and what you're doing and try to make you feel like what you're doing is wrong or right or whatever, however they want you to feel. It's up to you to feel that. It's not up to them. They have no say so in your life whatsoever. They have nothing to do with your life. That's all you. The only thing they can do is allow you to feel a certain way if you choose to. But like I said, if you ignore stuff that's not beneficial to you, then it's like it doesn't exist anyway. Okay. You said unbothered. Exactly. Used to be scared to post more on social media out of judgment of people, but then nobody pays bills but me, so nobody feeds me but me per. Okay, well do what you gotta do. How you doing? How to feel more secure within yourself? Um, the best way I can explain that is if you don't feel secure in yourself, it's because somebody somewhere told you that you're lacking something or that you're not enough. So you have to literally feed yourself, yes, I am, whatever. I know I do what I want, like that type of attitude. You have to get in your mind that you are who you are, and whoever don't like it, it's their problem. You got to literally get an attitude about yourself to make yourself feel secure. Anybody that has the time, energy, and effort to say, something about you or think something about you is taking attention away from themselves or whatever it is they're supposed to be doing and putting it on you. So you should feel secure within yourself. Why? Because you've gotten that attention and you've gotten them to notice you and you've gotten their energy. Why? Because you are secure. Okay. And it's something that they're not secure about, which is why they're not even focusing on themselves and instead are focusing on what you're doing. So I just want to let y'all know if people are focusing on you, it's because you are secure. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If people take the time, energy, and effort to talk about you, to write about you, to do all this stuff, it's because you're doing something correct and you are secure and you could care less. And if things start to bother you, then let it be your strength. Let it be, wow, people are noticing. I must be making an impact. You know how they said there's no good or bad press? Let it work for you. Transmute that into, you know, beneficial, ways of looking at things and creating. Um, I just feel secure because I don't care what other people think. And, the best way to do that is to really just know that no matter what you do to please other people, they're going to have something to say anyway. So you might as well do what you want. Okay? Somebody's going to always have something to say. You might as well do what you want. You know, it doesn't matter. As long as you like doing it, you have fun doing it, you're getting paid, it's beneficial, it makes you happy. People are going to talk anyway. Not everybody is going to think whatever it is you're doing is great. Remember that, because everyone does not have the same perspective or point of view or opinions. So for you to go out there and expect 100% of the people to like 100% of everything that you do is silly, because we don't have the same opinions, the same likes. We don't have a lot of stuff in common with everybody. I mean, we may have a lot in common, but not everything in common. So therefore, no matter what you do, somebody ain't gonna like it. Period. You could be the best person ever, but she thinks she too good. Okay. You may be the worst person ever. They need to do better. You may be the boringest person that doesn't even get anybody's attention. Oh, they too boring. They're gonna say something. So do what you want. Let them say. Let them say she's doing what she wants. At least. Mhm. They will, and people that claim that they hate what someone does still follows them. Exactly. And I think a lot of the brands and companies are now using any type of publicity to still benefit. They get controversial people to make ads about whatever it is they're selling because it gets attention. I own a Chima Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you, girl. I appreciate you. I was scrolling through my Instagram, and y'all know how like Beyonce and Jay-Z are like, you know, doing campaign ad campaigns for Tiffany and Co. And I was just scrolling through, and I clicked on the comments. There was some nasty comments in there, and I was like, dang, you know, for no reason. And so people just want to say something bad, even there if there's nothing going on, or they don't know these people, from in a personal manner. And who cares? They still got paid. They still gonna get paid, and that's the end of that. You know what I'm saying? So no matter what you do, people are gonna talk. Just make sure when you look back on your life, you did what you wanted, and you're happy, and you didn't live for other people, and they lived to see what you gonna do. Okay, that's how you live your life. And the fear will go away because you won't even feel it anymore after you stop caring what other people think. Manifesting, like if you fear like bad things are going to happen to you, okay, let's talk about that, because I know a lot of people fear like this doom, impending doom. Don't feel that, because you know what? At any given time, something good can happen to you as well. At any given time, something great or grand can happen to you. Feel that instead. Like when I do that, it literally manifests the same day. It literally manifests the same day. So if I feel like, oh, I'm going to get something free today, or I'm going to get a really good deal today, or I'm going to find, I'm going to have some really good, you know, news today. I do. Period. Nothing bad. I always get what I want. I always get what I say. I always get what I manifest. So when you're starting to feel those impending feelings or bad feelings, replace them immediately with something good instead. And ask yourself, why am I thinking this? Is it because there's something good on the way? And, is there something good on the way? And perhaps this is an obstacle in me manifesting it. Perhaps every negative thought is for you to stop it and replace it with something good to benefit you. All those opportunities, when all that negative, thinking pops up, are opportunities to create something good for yourself. So just think of it like that. Every negative thought is a gift for you to stop it in its path and create something you want instead. It is a gift. So most people don't like having negative thoughts. So it's going to get your attention. You're going to stop it midway and transmute that into something that you actually want. So it's almost like giving yourself wishes. It's almost like giving yourself, you know, more ammunition, more opportunities to manifest what you want. And so every time you have a negative thought, it's going to transmute itself into a positive manifestation because you're going to change it into a positive thought of something you actually want. Uh-oh. Shalunda Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Um, so don't fear negative thoughts. Don't feel like it's a bad thing because you can literally stop it and change it into something good. So, and the more you have, the more opportunities you have to transmute it into something beneficial. So, if you really think about it, the most negative person or the person with the most negative or fearful thoughts can actually create a life that they really want if they take each and every opportunity to halt those negative or bad thoughts in their path and transmute them into something positive instead that they want. So for example, it's like a waiter coming to your table with some nasty food that you don't want. Instead of accepting the food that's been placed on the table and you got to eat it or you don't, or you're just going to sit there and starve, you tell the waiter, I did not order this. I need to speak to the manager. You become a Karen and everything. I need to speak to the manager. I did not order this. I would like this instead. Now go get it. Thank you, please. I'll leave you a good tip. Okay. So it's your choice. When bad things are on the way to your table, you eat it, accept it, or you send it back and get you something you want. And if you feel an extra, add some dessert to it. And it might just be free, you know? So think of it like that. I think we are thinking too complex and we're too worried about everything. And when things are more simplified and how we, see it, everything becomes easy and a no-brainer. Okay. Yeah, like it's okay to have a negative thought as long as you have the power to stop it and redirect it and change it into something positive. It's okay. People think that it's bad to have bad thoughts or, fear. No, all those things are ways to create opportunity to manifest the life you want instead of the life you fear or don't want. That's all it is. And when you realize that, it's not a big deal anymore. It's like, okay, well, this is what I want instead. Thank you for the opportunity, self, for thinking a bad thought so I can change it to something good that's beneficial for me. Thank you. Or thank you, fear, for presenting yourself so that I can conquer you and replace you with something I actually want instead. So you're not using them to manifest things that are bad. You're using them as opportunities to manifest good. Hmm. You said you have a good marriage, but intimacy is gone. You crave that in your marriage. How to not focus on it? It puts negative thoughts in my mind. There's no cheating. Any suggestions? Um. Well, I guess you're just gonna have to be in a friendship marriage, or take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times people don't realize that after a certain amount of time, marriage is not about intimacy anymore. What becomes about is much more than that. So it's not going to be about intimacy after a certain point, you know. So focus on what you do like to do together and let that be your intimacy. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you want, you say if you want to cheat, that's up to you, baby. But I feel that create a new type of intimacy, depending on how she is and how long they've been together. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know all the details. You said you don't want to cheat. Well, then don't cheat, baby. All right. You said never cheat on good man. I'll leave that up to y'all, baby. That's not my area. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. So I hope this helps a lot of you guys get rid of those fears and have taught you how to transmute negative thoughts into positive thoughts and getting what you want. Um, my cute glasses, yes. I definitely have a, hold on. I have a coupon code too, and I'll just link y'all to the whole website to where you can get the glasses. And you might see something else you like as well because they're very affordable and you can get more than one pair if you see something. And they also have sunglasses, and if you just need reading glasses, all you need is your prescription and stuff like that. Okay, let me put my coupon code first because I want y'all to have that discount. Okay, and then here's the website. And they have these in different colors too, like gold, silver, black, tortoiseshell. And so y'all can kind of pick and create what y'all like. But I like these glasses. They make me look extra smart. See? And they fit my face really good. They're very good quality. And they come in this cute box with a little pouch and some coupons for you next order too. So Firmo and use my coupon code and you get some percentage off. I think it's 10% or more. Okay. Do I sell coffins on my Etsy shop? No. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. You might be on the wrong Etsy shop. Hmm. Um, I'll link it. Let me link my Etsy shop again, since y'all might be on the wrong one. Hold on, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Copy. Paste. There you go, girl. There you go. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you have any questions? I'm not trying to make this a super long video. So, why do people enjoy being negative all the time and they just say, well, this is me? I think it's because I don't feel like people enjoy being negative. I feel like that's their perspective. I think that's how they view life and that's how they operate and that's how they identify. I think if someone has a strong opinion on something and it's disagreeing with you, it doesn't mean they're negative. It just means they're disagreeing with you. But if they are negative about everything and every situation, um, you know, with everybody, then that's a negative person. But if they just simply don't agree with you, they may just not agree with you. But if they are negative around everybody and with everything, that's because that's their perspective. They haven't learned how to transmute or change their thoughts into something more positive because maybe they've only experienced negative. And maybe when they experience positive, they don't recognize it or see it or recognize it. Or they think it's just a moment of relief from life. Maybe they think life is negative, you know. Sometimes when good things happen to you or positive things happen to you, it's it's almost like, well, that's a relief from life. That was mercy. You know, they see it in small increments instead of it being able to be the major part of their life. So they chose to suffer, or they suffered and never chose to stop suffering. So I feel like a lot of times people just need a reminder that they don't have to feel that way, and that maybe challenge them to replace negativity with positivity for one day and just see how that one day changes their lives. And if it doesn't work, then go back to being who you are, negative. But it's worth a try. It doesn't hurt anything. That's how I feel. If it doesn't hurt anything, it's definitely okay to try. And then if it doesn't work, go back to living your negative life. How to stop needing advice from people. Read. Read books. Books are a way to gain knowledge to where you won't need advice because you have read and learned, studied, and it's in your own mind now. And then you can probably give advice, literally. Like you won't need advice if you're constantly reading, learning, and understanding, how things work. You won't have to go ask other people for other things. Become a student, study, read, research, do things that, research the things you're interested in or issues that you may have. Read books on them. Are you familiar with, no, I might be like, y'all have to realize when y'all put names out here, if they're not like someone that I really am into, I won't remember their names. I'm sorry, I might be. That's I don't want to say no. You said I might be. I just don't want to say no because I'm not good at remembering too many names. Um, okay. How do you help alleviate the fear of getting older as a woman? Take care of yourself. Some people don't get older because they dead. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There you go. Which one you want to do? You want to get old or you want to die? That's how you alleviate the fear. You want to be here tomorrow or you want to be young forever, remembered young because you died young. I don't know which one you want. Getting older is not so bad if you take care of yourself and stop looking at age as aging and just look at it as another opportunity and another day to be the best you. Then you don't think about aging. And if you don't think about aging, you probably age a lot less. Okay. Think about aging less and you might start aging less. The aging process, you're going to get older, but you're not going to age, as far as looks are concerned, if you're not constantly worried about it. Because constantly worrying about something causes aging and stress and all that. If you just live and try to have the best life and not worry about that type of thing, you're going to be fine. Remember, there's people older than you, always going to be older than you. Okay. You said you really need to get rid of your stupid negative thought pattern. You wish the video of stop wishing, get rid of the word wish and say, I no longer have stupid negative thought patterns because I'm replacing them with positive ways to benefit from any negative thought that occurs. Your language, you say your name is language expert, but your language is bad for manifesting. You really need, that means you don't have and you're desperate. To get rid, that means you need to lose stupid thoughts when those thoughts are opportunities to manifest something better. So wish means almost impossible. That you can't get it on your own. You can't do it on your own. You have to actually wish. So use positive words when speaking. That's going to help you, definitely. There you go. Mhm. Being around children keeps you young. with that playful energy. Mm-hmm. See how to start making money online? There's so many ways. I had to write a book because I get asked that question so many times. So definitely read my book. You can get this on Amazon too. Let me link it real quick. It's not that long either, and it gives you practical ways to start businesses or to make money online with $0 and more. There's something for everyone in there at every, you know, budget. So get that book, How to Do What You Love. It tells you how to work online or start small businesses and actually get to do what you love with very little startup cost or free. But you do have to build and create, and you have to put, you know, your time in it because nothing happens overnight. Um, it's just a lot of ideas that most people probably won't come up with, or if they did, they didn't know the process, or they just they were thinking too complex when things are much more simple. Hmm. Do I have any events where I teach in person? No. And the reason for that is because I don't feel like I'm an in-person teacher. I don't feel like I teach in person. I feel like when I get motivated to make a video, I can get on and make a video. I don't like having dates, schedules, places to be at certain time. I don't like any of that. I'm a Pisces. I show up when I show up. If I'm late, I'm late. I don't care what people think. So I will be one of those persons that will cancel. I will be one of those persons that will be late. I will be one of those persons that will cut it short. I would be one of those persons that would not be prepared. So when I feel it, I got to go do it. And this is why I choose to work online because I'm not that type of person. I know me, know thyself, know your strengths. And so that's why I do this instead of doing that. Like I said, like a lot of times we can focus on things that we're not good at. But instead, if we focus on things we are good at and transmute that into something that's beneficial to me and others, that's how it works. But as an in-person teacher, it would never work because I wouldn't be there. um, yes, I don't like schedules. That's why I don't work for people. That's why, yeah, I don't like schedules unless I create them and I can break them, you know? Um, You said creatives hate schedules and routines. Exactly. We don't like them. We may have a simple schedule like get up, make some coffee, take them kids to school, do whatever you want, go get them kids from school, do whatever you want. That's our schedule. Other than that, don't put schedules on us because you will be mad. Um, and if you're that type of person, if you're a person like me who don't like schedules and continuously look for jobs that require schedules or continuously try to find work or do things that require schedules, perhaps that is what you need to look at and re-examine. Find something where you make your own schedule or you don't have a schedule. It's not you, it's just you don't like schedules. It's not that you're bad at what you do because that's very far from the truth. You just don't like that schedule. Okay. If I had to thrive on being somewhere on time at a certain date, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But the same job that I would do there, if I could do here when I felt like it, and do it better and thrive more, then why? What's my obstacle? The schedule. So find a way around it, you know. If we could do that, I know a lot of people would thrive more, get rid of things that you don't like. Find a way around it, find that loophole. You said Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 p.m. And that goes back to part of the decision making that we make as far as what we want to do for a living, what we have to do for a living. And if we have to do that for a living, how long do we have to do that for a living? And are we creating a way to get out of that? Or are we just accepting it, gritting our teeth, and continuously doing something we don't like? So unless you're creating a way to get out of a 9 to 5 or an 8 to 5, you really can't complain about it because you've accepted it 100%. It's like those people in prison, and they start digging a tunnel, and they look perfectly happy in that cell, and the prison guard does not know why. And he's there whistling and saying hi to all the prison guards because he's digging a tunnel. Shawshank Redemption. Okay, he acting his best on his best behavior because he's digging a tunnel to get free. So people do what they have to do. They put up with what they have to put up with for a period of time because they're working on their exit to something that they actually like. So that's how a lot of people become entrepreneurs and start their own business on the side while they're working. And they know what they're getting up in the morning for so that they can one day do whatever they want. And it'll be worth it. A lot of if you don't believe that, go find some videos and watch some testimonies on how people, left their 9 to 5 and opened their own business. It didn't happen overnight. It took a little time, but when they were free, they were free. They might have had a spoon that they were digging concrete, but eventually they were free. A lot of us have energy and we're young, and instead of going out partying at night or something like that, we could actually be putting in energy and effort into whatever it is we're trying to create. Instead, putting all that energy, get you in phase 2 and use this to start digging your tunnel. Okay? Order phase 1 first. That's going to get all the obstacles, ideas flowing, and then phase 2 is going to help you get that energy to put in that extra work that you might need, You said you're juggling multiple sponsors and raising kids. Okay. Um, mhm. And if a lot of people tell me that they're not the type of person that will run a business and they just want a job. And if that is you, running a business is not as hard as you think it is. If you can work for someone else, you can work for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Unless you are just filling fast food orders, uh, then you can work for whatever service you're doing for other people, you can do for yourself and offer it to the public. You know. Thank you, California Gold. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Can you change bad habits? Of course. Replace them with other habits that are beneficial. So, for example, if you're a waitress or a waiter and I can't start no business. I don't know about no business. Start a wait staff company. Get all the other waiters that you know and say, do y'all want to make some money? Go to an event planner and give them your card. Be like, I got some friends that are, waiters, and we, we'll be willing to work for your company. If you need us, call us, Or, for example, if you have, if you're good at cooking, do a small catering business. Maybe start off with friends and family, or um, like a event planner may try you out. I don't know. Usually they pay for all the food anyway. You go grocery shopping with the money that they give you for the food. They usually have all the plates and stuff because they're an event planner. They always have dishes. And all you got to do is show up and cook the food and plate it. Literally. You don't need, and all you need is a card. That's not a card. All you need is your business card. You know, if you have, like cooking skills, I know you can take a course online for safety, um, sanitation and safety, and take a test and get a print a certificate out within 5 minutes. And the stuff everybody know: wash the dishes, clean the counters, use disinfectants, don't cross contaminate. That's pretty easy, right? Um, and if you cook at a restaurant, you can cook for yourself. People will hire you. I'm having a dinner party and I want you to come over and cook. Name your price. You get paid more than you would hourly at some restaurant. So this is what I'm saying. Whatever you do for other people, you can do for yourself and actually charge more because they're not taking a cut, and profit more because no one's taking a cut. What about nursing? Nursing company, you can work for like an elderly, um, like a lot of people hire people to go in and look on the elderly, make sure that they're okay if they live alone, or stuff like that. You could start your own little company to go by and check on people. Get you a list of people you got to go check on. Write it down. Get your little insurance bond or whatever, and go down that list of address. Go check on all them people. And get your money and be out. Some people just need you to check on them, and they'll pay what you probably make in an hour or two just to go knock on the door, walk through, see if everything okay, make sure they ate, and then leave. And then you can hire other people to do that under your guidance and pay them a small percentage, and you just collect the money. So whatever we do for ourselves, for other people, we can do for ourselves. It doesn't even matter. You said a consult business as a nurse? Exactly. Whatever it is, you can do it for yourself. Even if it's on the side online, you could do, like, if you're a nurse, a lot of people are doing consultations with nurses online. Like they don't want to go to the doctor. I'll be getting paid. I look amazing natural. Really, thank you. Yes, I did a very natural look today. This is my Ever After eyeshadow with a little bit of sparkle, and my Ever After highlight. And then I'm wearing my She Red lipstick by Level Up Cosmetics. Kind of wore off, but thank you. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all go now, but thank y'all so much. Remember, y'all can get my books on Amazon. Just type in one of my names, Shira7, for that book, a Shira Star Goddess or a Shira Goddess for this book. This book's actually linked at the very top. And I'll go ahead and link the other book. This one is a really good read for fall, if you want to feel all cozy and get your house together and get your life together and get your, oh, sorry, my book. And get everything like feeling like it should. Definitely, you got to get this book. And there's beautiful photos in there. It's a coffee table book. There's hard copy and paperback as well. And it's just a really good book to have. I literally think that book will change your life if you get it. That didn't link. Hold on. Let me get the proper link. That wasn't the link. All right. Here we go. Here is the link for my book, Leveling Up to Your Best Life. And even if it's a gift to someone, this will work for anyone. You can give this gift to anyone. And they will be able to find it beneficial. Right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. For Halloween, I haven't decided yet. I just kind of want to wear all black. We'll see. I've been so many things. I might as well just let y'all think and guess what I am. The last book is this book right here, Leveling Up to Your Best Life. Creating a life of comfort and luxury on any budget. It teaches you how to live each day in comfort and luxury on any budget, and to love your life, and to be how to be creative, and living each day, how to have a point of view each day, positive. Like if you really have issues with positive thinking and negative thinking, that book will also help you to view life in a better way. hmm The Black Book. Okay. This one is linked at the top and it's highlighted in blue at the top of the chat. And it is called How to Manifest with Magic and Dark Cosmic Energy. That's your goddess. I don't know why I didn't put the star. Maybe there wasn't any room. But it's in large print for those of you who like large print. The other book is also in large print. Some print is small in there, but most of it is big enough to read. I don't like small print books, and I also printed it big as well because I like a big book, especially like if it's a coffee table book or something that I just want to present. I like a big book. You scared to try the elixir with no ideas of a business yet? Well, I think that's what's most strange about when people want to start businesses. They try to think of an idea to start when you already have all the skills and tools and the business ideas that you need already within. Like, it's not that you're going to think of one, you already have them within. The elixir, the phase one will help get all those obstacles and doubts and blocks out of your way so that those ideas can present themselves. So, for example, what is it you're good at? What is it that you work and do for other people? How can you implement that in a business? You already have what you're going to do. And don't think that it has to be permanent. You can definitely change whatever it is you're doing for a business or add to it at any time. It doesn't have to be one specific thing. Like I told y'all how I started off. I had an Etsy store and I sold jewelry, pendulums, readings. Now I'm selling elixirs. I have I have another store. I have a cosmetic store. So just because you need one idea doesn't mean you can't keep building on those ideas. You just need to get started. That's the point. It doesn't matter. My first literal actual business was reading cards and selling gum in junior high school. That's a business because you're taking something and making profit off of it. Like I told you guys, if y'all have been around, y'all have heard this story before. Y'all know there's little 25-cent packs of chewing gum that come in like the long pack with like 10 of them in there. I used to go to the grocery store and buy those for like $2, $3 and turn around and sell them. And by the end of the week, by the end of that day, I would have $10 to $20 from a $3 pack of gum because I would sell them for more. And at lunch, I take my tarot cards and people give me their lunch money to read their cards. So In 6th grade or 7th grade, I was already in business for myself. And, then, I got a regular job, worked. And then, when I started to think about a business, I thought about when I was in junior high school and how I made so much money off of reselling things to people that would pay more. It's like those people you see with bottles of water selling them at festivals and things like that for $5. Like you go get $1 water. It's just, people don't have access to certain things, they'll pay for it. So definitely, try to figure out what it is that you can do, what places don't have access to certain things, and can you offer it to them? I remember when I used to work in a doctor's office, a dentist's office, we used to have this lady to come by, and she would be selling candy, gum, um, packaged sandwiches from, whatever deli she bought them from. And she just have a little cart. And she would charge us way more than she probably paid for the stuff. That was her own business. She didn't have to go clock in nowhere. I mean, people start off small, and you can also do that online, you know, in this day and age. So make sure you're sitting there thinking about what you know how to do instead of coming up with a new idea. Come up with something you already good at. Okay. Yeah, I have a homemade candle. Actually, yeah, a handmade candle in my mystery coven box. I have one for prosperity and one for passion. So whichever one you get was meant to be, baby. You said having a business for fun is quite different than having a business to make a living. Exactly. That's why you have to start off having a business for fun while working or allowing someone to sponsor you so that before you know it, that fun business is going to start making you a living. Think about all the people that were sponsored or, were married and could start their own business and thrive because they were having fun. There was no stress. It was more creative than it was stressful. So they were able to reach deeper inside and find, better ideas without stress connected to them. So that's what I say. Like, if you do something because you love it, it's not because you think you're freeing yourself. Because if you do something that you don't love and you're trying to free yourself from a job you don't love into doing something else you don't love, it's the same thing. You're not going to love it. You're going to be miserable either way. So use your 9 to 5 to fund starting a business that you're going to love, to wake up every day and love to do. And when you don't have to work your 9 to 5 anymore because you're able to make money from the business you love, it won't even feel like you're working. It's not an overnight thing. And this is what so many people need to realize. And this is where so many people go wrong. They think if I get this grand idea, I can get rich overnight and quit my job. No, if you want a shortcut, go visit my other channel, Level Up, get you a sugar daddy, get you a sponsor, quit your job, and start your business. But if you're not looking for that hard way, that easy way, then you're going to have to put in the work and you're going to have to have some extra energy, which is what the elixirs are definitely for. So you can do your business on the side. Me, I took the shortcut because I'm not gonna do all that extra work. Um, and I'm not ashamed of it. And if you feel like you can get a shortcut too, you might as well, you know. And that shortcut could be anything. It could be your parents giving you money. It could be getting a sugar daddy. It could be, taking your savings. It could be whatever it is you need it to be. But if you have the means to take a shortcut, then do it. And it's not really a shortcut, it's just being sponsored. It's just having the financial stability in order to not feel stressed or rushed. That's all it is. If you're married, if you're a housewife and you have nothing else to do instead of going shopping and buying, designer purses, invest that money into a business and then go buy even more purses if that's what you like to do. But the whole point is to get to a point where you love what you do. It doesn't seem like work, and you can make a living off of it and possibly pass it down to your children. That's the whole point. And even if they don't want to do whatever business that you've created, you can still sell it or, give them the money and have them start their own business. But at the same time, um, it's never going to happen overnight. I mean, even though I was married and taken care of for a long time, I didn't start a business. I waited until, I was older and the kids were in school and I had a lot of free time. But, I was able to do that because of the decisions that I made early in life, which is a lot, goes back to the title of this video, fear. If you fear like you're going to be unsuccessful, you're not going to have the motivation or energy to get up and start the business you want, if you're not going to be this grand, conqueror of, the industry, then find you a shortcut. And that alleviates a lot of fear, and a lot of people don't realize that. They think, oh, well, if I work hard and do this, and that, I'm going to finally make it. But they don't think about if they're going to get tired or if they're going to get worn out or if they're just going to not feel motivated anymore. A lot of times people just need a little bit of help. A lot of times people need to factor that in when they start making all these plans and thinking they're going to be able to do a lot. Factor in some, comfort as well. You know what I'm saying? Factor in some of that comfort. Factor in some vacation time, okay? Factor in somebody that's going to, pay them bills if that's what it takes. I mean, a lot of women don't realize that they have this advantage, and I think we should use it. Why not, right? Use the advantages that you're given, even if you're a man. If you're smart, they say good looking salesmen make the most money because they're using their looks. That lady might not want that car, but she bought it because you said you liked it and you winked at her and told her she looked pretty in her dress. Sorry, excuse me. You just sold a car for lying to that lady, but she thought you was cute and handsome and she liked your charm. So she bought the car and you got the commission or whatever. Men use, charm all the time to get paid, to get promotions, to be the front of a company or a business. Women can do the same thing to get that sponsorship. So use what you have. Don't forget about your human, abilities as well. It's not all about, we have this, but it's also about this. What can we do with this too? We got this. We also have this. So both of them working together is going to get you the most. So use them. If you're a man and you're trying to get your ideas and start your business, target women, especially if you're handsome. Target women for your clientele. Make a business that women spend the most money. If you're a man and you're trying to figure out what you're trying to sell in this world, who your target audience is, women are going to spend the most. If you look good, they're going to buy from you, period. Shoot. Take advantage of it. You a dusty? Take advantage of it. Create some lotion, dust-free lotion. I used to be dusty and ashy, but then got this lotion, voila. And then how they do the editing magic, and then you're like in this nice suit, haircut, everything groomed, looking good, like you smell good on camera. Go from dusty and then put your lotion on or your beard oils and all this stuff and make some hair. I don't know, do whatever you gotta do. And then do that quick edit, and then be in your nice suit. This be gone collection. Yes. I don't know. Y'all know I'm just trying to put out that there's so many easy ways to do stuff. You just make make you work for you, basically. Oh, California gold, sprinkle, sprinkle. You say you inspired. I inspired you today. Thank the universe for your sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, but take whatever you know that you're already somebody paying you for what you already do. If you can get other people to pay you to do it, you're going to get all the profit. Okay. If you, to me, if you look good, you feel good. So this being next to you feels good. Okay. Yes, and look your best. Even like you don't have to like today I'm a very natural looking, makeup look. You don't always have to be glammed out. Sometimes if you're doing, simple work around the house or just, running errands, you could have a natural look and do whatever it is you need to do. When you need to have your glam look on because you're accomplishing things that require you to look glam, then do your glam look. But don't walk around looking like who did it and why ever, because that's what you're going to feel like. Okay. How you look and how you feel also determines how others see you and treat you. So you can look natural, you can look, clean, natural. You can also look glam depending on what you're trying to accomplish. You can look, nice. I don't I guess you can look handsome. You don't have to be all, starched up or whatnot. But at the same time, don't look like who did it and why, because that will lower your self-esteem and also it will affect how others treat you. Not what they think of you, because who cares what they think, but it's going to be how they treat you. Because if you don't treat yourself good, if you don't put effort into yourself, they're going to ask themselves, well, why should I treat them any better? So this is why on my other channel, I teach, look good wherever you go. Don't look like who did it and why. If you have a problem with this, imagine running into your ex every time you leave the house. And then you ain't gonna leave looking like who did it and why. Okay. Unless your ex is who did it and why. But this is what I always tell ladies, especially. Don't leave your house looking like you look. Pretend you're gonna run into your ex. Then that's how you need to leave your house. To make it worse, if you really want to get glam and you don't feel like glamming up, okay, pretend like you're gonna run into your ex with his new girlfriend. That's your motivation. Okay. If you're having trouble getting motivated enough to get up and do what you got to do to accomplish what you need to accomplish that day, if you need to look glam for that day and you don't feel like looking glam, imagine running into your ex with his new girlfriend. Then you're going to be like, where's my makeup? Okay. Sometimes we have to motivate ourselves. Sometimes we have to do our own thinking. And sometimes we have to do our own, pushing of ourselves. And that's okay. We don't need other people to push us. If we can't push ourselves, and we can't motivate ourselves, we can't do any of those things. And we only have, other people to depend on to motivate us and push us into doing things. Then when they're not around, then what? Then what? What's our excuse? Well, I didn't have any motivation. No one motivated me today. You're supposed to motivate yourself. Even if you like a sense of humor, motivate yourself with funny things like I do. You said your ex date plain ugly and my gosh, such low standards. Okay, well, I guess you don't have to do much, but still, I'm gonna look better than all of them put together. Okay. There you go. So, I mean, even if it's just keeping your skin clear, washing your face, making sure your hair looks nice or decent, making sure your clothes are clean, and you just look nice, that's fine. You ain't got to be all glam every day. Glam is not for every day, it's for the days you need it. Sometimes women get glam to feel extra, boost their self confidence, get the attention from men, get bills paid, whatnot, whatever. But when you're just going to run to the store, get some gas, or go grab some lunch, you can look like this. You ain't got to have on a, a glam look to go, grab some lunch. But especially if you're by yourself. Now, if you're going out on a date, look a little bit better than this. But what I'm saying is, looking good helps you build your self esteem. It alleviates a lot of fear. It does not allow, much negative thoughts to come in because your confidence is allowing positive thoughts to come in. Like, wow, I feel good. I look good. Oh my gosh, look, I'm turning heads. Da, 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 da. So your confidence, your positive thinking increases versus your negative thinking. If you're uncomfortable in how you look and you're insecure within yourself, and when people turn their heads to look, if you think that they're looking at you like, why is she looking like that? Or why does she have that on? Your thoughts are insecure because something inside of you is insecure. If somebody gonna turn their head to look at me and I know that I'm looking good, that's gonna be my thought. I don't care what they think. It's what I think. Okay. So if I think I look good and someone turns their head to look at me, I'm gonna think they think I look good. I could look a hot mess to somebody, but as long as my mind is saying I look good, when someone turns their head, I'm gonna think they're great, even if they're not, because it doesn't matter. You see? And that's how you keep your positive thoughts, how you keep your self esteem at a certain level, and how you feel good about you. So keep it like that. Don't wonder if they're thinking something negative or positive. You thinking positive, then obviously they must be thinking the same thing. What if I feel like I need so much makeup? Then put it on then. I've seen people in t-shirts and shorts with a cake face and they felt confident wearing that. They feel very confident wearing that. They had lashes, eyebrows, contour. I mean, there's nothing wrong with putting your best face forward if that's how you feel comfortable. I mean, have you seen my old videos? Whatever you feel like doing, that's what you do. I think lots of makeup can be pretty if you do it right. I mean, they don't know where you're coming from, where you're going. Like sometimes I pick up my kids from school and be in a full face of makeup, and they be like, "Mom, you have on a lot of makeup." And I was like, "Yeah, I was filming a makeup video," or "Yeah, I was filming." And when you film, you need way more makeup than you do like if you were just putting makeup on for regular people, or when you take photographs. Um, so they understand that that's why I'm looking like I look, but at the same time, when people want to look glam and go out and things like that, they put a little bit extra on, and that's fine. If you feel glam, then you should look glam. It's an attitude. Okay. You saw Plain Jane today. You was traumatized. Yeah, I like looking like my mood. My mood will determine what makeup look I have on today or what outfit I have on. I go by my mood, but my mood is never who did it and why, unless I'm getting ready, getting unready, or staying in the bed and not being seen. Okay. Do your girls dabble in makeup, or is there an age limit? I have teenagers now, so they can wear makeup. I started wearing makeup when I was in junior high school, so they probably started a little bit around the same time or a little bit later than I did. So yeah, they don't wear like full on every piece of makeup. They like They wear what they like. They don't have like full faces of makeup, but they wear what it is they think they need and like. Yeah, I might have teenagers now. Got teenagers too. Yep, high school. It's like I am trying to get ready for when they start to go out, so I can go with them, child. So I got to get back. I got to get back so I can look good with y'all when I go out with y'all, because I'm going. They laugh at me when I tell them I'm going to the club with them when they get old. It's like, Mom, you gonna be 50. It's like, but I'ma still look good. I'm gonna be 50, but I'm gonna be looking good. They- Nobody gonna be able to tell I'm 50 when I get there. I tell you that. So you said 50-year-old sugar baby, that's for damn. People always assume if my daughters are big sisters and you don't like, oh, your daughter wears makeup at 12. Is that too young? See, what's 12? Is that sixth grade? I think if it's a full face of makeup, I don't know, but like they're doing so much makeup tutorials and people are becoming makeup artists so much on like online and stuff. She might just be getting inspired as the art from with the art form. But I feel like 12, I don't think it's bad. I just think as long as it's not too much. Yeah, as long as it's not too much. As long as she ain't looking like, you know, as long as she not passing for 21 or 18, I think it's okay. Yeah. As long as she don't look like she able to vote, I think we're good. hmm So yeah, like a lot of times, and also like when you're getting a little bit older, your kids are getting older. A lot of times, our fears may be passed on to kids or children or teenagers, and we have to be sure that those fears are more cautions instead of fears. You don't want to pass on your fears to your kids. You just want to give them caution. Because a lot of times adults do that. And this is why a lot of people can't get over fears or past fears because their parents push so many fears onto them. So if you're, making sure that you just want your kids to be cautious or your teenagers to be cautious, say, I just want you to be careful. Don't try to push fear into them at an older age. Maybe when they're young and they're in danger, that's fine. But when they get to a certain age where they can think for themselves, you don't want to put fear in their minds in a big way. You want to just put caution there and maybe give an example of a lesson you learned from choosing to do the wrong thing or whatever, whatever. You don't want to put fear into your teenagers or your young adults, children. So instead, do cautions, do stories, do consequences and things like that, but don't put fear. Educate, but don't put fear. Because education and knowledge is stronger than fear. When something an occasion comes up where the child or the teenager may be scared from something you told them, instead intelligence will kick in and they will go and make the right decision. Or they'll be able to also help other people make better decisions if they are also involved, if they are educated on whatever it is. They just won't be scared and say, oh, don't do that, it's scary. And someone else may say, oh, you're just chicken, or you're just, scaredy cat. And then proceed to use peer pressure. If you educate your child on why it's unsafe or not good, they know exactly the reason why they shouldn't do it, and can also prevent other people from making a dumb mistake by educating them. So instead of, putting fear into a child, educate them and make sure they understand why it's not something that they should partake in, or something that, they should be around. They do become creators from a young age. So, putting a bunch of fear in some, newly free, or with more freedom, young adults is not a good thing. So educate them instead. Mhm. You said you feel so much fear around you. You shouldn't fear anything about money. Money is like, if you can get it once, you can get it again, and if you can keep it, you can always have it. You know what I'm saying? Um, think of it like air, and you breathing it in, you're earning it. You breathing it out, you're spending it. Unless you're holding your breath, you shouldn't be afraid. Okay? Think about it. Air is like how money is. You breathe it in, you spend it. You breathe it again, you spend it. It goes with you everywhere. You're able to have it as much as you need it. Stop fearing. Stop thinking in lack. Do you ever fear that your air is going to run out? You walk around fearing that air is going to run out? Don't walk around fearing air is going to run out. Okay. If you think of money like you think of breathing, you'll never run out. If you like to work magic, get you a jar with a lid on it. If you want to manifest saving money, envision air that you're breathing in as money. Blow it in a jar, put a lid on it, and put full savings. Do it in another jar. This should alleviate some of that fear. And it will also get you associate money like breathing. Okay? It's gonna take a lot of mental suggestion for you to start feeling better about money. Okay? And you can do that to yourself. You just started take you have just started taking anxiety pills. You also bought my phase one elixir. Do you think I should stop? Um, Honestly, I don't really believe in taking anti-anxiety pills, because I feel like it's just covering the issue of what the anxiety stems from, and it's just a mask. I believe in figuring out what's causing you anxiety and alleviating that. And I think covering up anxiety is not going to find the cause of it. If you know the cause, then work on the cause. I definitely feel like a lot of people confuse anxiety with an urgency of to do something. Like, there's so much pressure on people. You got to be somewhere at this time. You got to have this. You got to have that. You got to be on, on schedule. You got to know what you're going to do in the future. No, you don't. You just have to know what you want and create a way to have it. That's literally it. Anxiety comes from thinking too much in the future and also regretting the past. Who cares? It's done and it ain't done. You haven't created the future, and the past is done. So live in the present moment and do what you want. The elixirs will help you get out your own way. If you want to stop taking anti-anxiety medicine, you can, just to test it out. But I don't think people need it. I think they use it to mask not living in the present. And I feel if you live in the present and you create the future, you won't have anxiety about it because you're going to be creating it, you know? Create your future and you won't have anxiety about it. Create every day the life that see yourself living, and you won't have anxiety about it. Like, I don't have a schedule unless I create one. Like today, I contemplated whether I should go eat breakfast or come home and eat breakfast. And should I make a video or should I read a book? Should I paint or should I advertise and edit my vlog? Like, I can do all of them. I can do one of them. It just depends on how I'm feeling. And I have zero anxiety because I don't have any deadlines. So a lot of times taking anti-anxiety medication is really telling yourself to keep doing stuff that you don't like doing. Keep abiding by a schedule that you hate. Keep doing the things that make you feel uncomfortable. That's what you're doing when you're deciding that you have anxiety, accepting the anxiety, taking a medication for it. You're just putting your own self on hold in silent suffering instead of figuring out a way to alleviate and end the anxiety. Like, I've had it before when I was younger and I ended it. I said, I can't have anxiety. I'm too young and I look too good. So I ended it by making a plan and doing exactly what I wanted to do. Okay? Not what people thought I should do, not what people think I should be doing, not taking advice from people that have no idea who I am, but doing exactly what it is I wanted to do. That's when the anxiety ended. When I did what I wanted. If you try it, if you simply can't do what you want because you've made all these decisions to where you trapped yourself, get this phase one and you will see solutions. You will figure it out. Okay? And try not to make decisions that trap you. Try not to allow people to make decisions for you. You know you're not going to be happy. You're saying anxiety should fear you. Yeah. You should wake up every day unbothered and excited to live life. And if you're not at that point yet, imagine being there. Like, before you wake up and think about, dang, I got to go do this and I got to go do that and I have to go to work. Think about what life would be like if you could do whatever you wanted. What would you do? Where would you go if you didn't have to go to work? What is your dream job or dream business or dream day? Wake up with that on your mind every day. And the more you think like that every day when you wake up and manifest, the more your life is going to create avenues for you to have that. If that's the first thing you're thinking about every morning, instead of dreading the job that you're going to, think about the life you would have if you didn't have to go there and could do what you wanted. There are going to be opportunities that are going to present themselves, avenues that are going to open up ways for you to have that life. So when you wake up, think of the life you want while you get ready for the life you don't want. And they may replace each other. Okay? Just stay positive. They may replace each other. You never know. And your imagination holds answers. In your imagination, you could be imagining yourself at a certain place, and maybe you go there if an opportunity presents itself, or you meet somebody, or you know something. You never know. Just try. You said, first of all, we all secretly love arrogant people. It turns us off. Yeah, that's true. It's that we've been taught to not feel that way about ourselves because we are lying to ourselves as to who we think we are. We're taught to be humble, like servants. We're taught to be quiet. We're taught to shut up and do whatever we are told. But that's not who we are, not naturally, because we have to be taught that. You ever seen a child, a toddler, do all of that? No, you got to teach them. They are born thinking that they know everything, thinking that they can be as loud as they want, thinking that they can get what they're supposed to have, what they want. They're born that way. We are born that way. But we're taught to want less, to shut up, to do what we're told. And then we wonder why so many people have anxiety because they don't want that. They were told that they wanted it, but they didn't. And so, could you imagine living a life that you don't want, that you think you want, and you can't figure out why you have all this anxiety because that's not really what you want? You've just been brainwashed. So, that's, like I said, people need to take the time to know themselves, to stop fearing everything and do what they want and stop caring what other people think. Now, I said there's shortcuts, there's ways to do this. If you can't, if you feel like you're trapped, that's what the elixirs are for, to give you like ideas, solutions. Your brain is going to be firing at rapid pace, thinking of ways to get out of the trap. And once you're out, you're out. Mm-hmm. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's the people around us that don't want us to make our own decisions. I really had to learn to be okay with upsetting, disappointing others to make my own happiness. That's correct, April. And if you take pride in upsetting others, it becomes fun. Think about your friend Kanye. He takes pride in making other people mad, and he still get paid. And he cares what no one thinks. And he's a billionaire. He can do what he wants. So, I mean, I'm not promoting good or bad behavior. I'm promoting freedom of what you want. Whether people agree with you or not, whether you're politically correct or not, are you living the life the way you choose? That's most important. Okay. Own your throne and slay. That's correct. Own your throne and slay. And if you can't ever own whatever it is, just still slay with no apologies. Hmm. And remember, you can always create more, add on to whatever it is you're creating. Nothing is 100% permanent. You can always change your mind, change things around, reinvent yourself, reinvent your business. So when you are sitting down to choose what it is you want to do or what you're good at, it does not have to be permanent. And a lot of people forget that. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And you don't have to start off big. And that's the mistake a lot of people make. Don't start off too big and trying to be perfect because no one is able to do that. Start off doing something you love that you can get paid for, and that can eventually grow into something very beneficial. And stop fearing failure. You know, instead, look for ways you're going to succeed. And I'm gonna leave y'all with that today. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Don't forget to get my books. This is linked at the very top, and I'm going to link everything in the description. Everything's linked throughout the live chat as well. So I'm gonna see y'all later. And yeah, no fear.